Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Thefacedu and welcome back to World of Warcraft. In this video, we'll be taking a look at the dungeon called Blackrock Depths, which can be found over here in Blackrock Mountain in the Burning Steppes. Now, in order to get to the Burning Steppes, just take a teleporter to the Twilight Highlands, and from there you can just, fly your mount over here, or if you're from the Alliance, just go to Stormwind and bam, you're already here. But in any case, we're just going to line ourselves up like this. Now I'll be showing you all of the bosses, where you can find them, how you can take care of them, and where to actually go, because the dungeon itself is pretty complicated. In any case, we're just going to head straight ahead. Just go down here. Here is where you would actually go into the Molten Core, but over here is where we will go to the Blackrock Depths. Just go ahead and head straight ahead. That will take us to this little area. We're just going to go once again. Now, I already did a couple of videos on Blackrock Depths. This one should be the final one. At least for now. I do believe there's a leather one that can be done here, but for now, I'm just gonna call it quits after this one for the Blackrock. For the Blackrock Depths. Now, right click on instances, reset all instances, head inside. Okay. Once you're here, you have this mole machine, but this mole machine won't do you any good, in all honesty. At least not yet. Now, what I would recommend that you do is to actually get... Oh, look at that undead one. Tortured slave. Okay. There is plenty of loot that can be had, but essentially we're just going to head on straight ahead. And in order to get to the first couple of bosses, we're just going to want to head on over here. There we go. Make sure you take care of the mobs so you can actually loot the relic coffer keys. There we go. As you can see, plenty of green items, plenty of transmog can actually be had over here. Okay, that requires the prison cell key. We can get that quite easily, by the way. There we go. Go ahead and loot that. We'll need a bunch of these relic coffer keys. So, basically we're taking care of all of them. And over here, if we head even further down below, because this is below the Ring of Honor, will be the first boss. The Houndmaster, with plenty of these bloodhounds, which you can skin if you have the necessary skinning skill. There we go. So that was the first boss done. Okay, next one is Lord Roccor. As you can see, he patrols basically this area from here to basically all the way up here is where he controls the first area. So you can actually take care of Lord Roccor while you're actually heading on up. Now, my recommendation would be for you to just target and destroy all of the mobs along the way, because you can get plenty of transmog items, plenty of these log boxes which you can send to your rogue, and overall it just pays off. But yeah. In any case, we're just going to take care of that. There we go. And now we're going to avoid the Ring of Law for now. We can do it, and we will do it. But first of all, we gotta take care of the other bosses first. So we're back over here, basically towards the entrance. Okay, so basically from the entrance, because we entered from there, we took care of the two bosses that were down here. We're basically going to want to head to the right here, where we have these guys, and we're basically just going to head over here into the middle. Now, if you actually want to farm them out the correct way, you can just pull a lot of them, and you'll get plenty of items. But basically, my main point currently is not farming, it's just to show you the location of all of the bosses. There we go. So that does it for that one. Then you can actually exit on through here. We're getting more relic coffer keys. I believe we need about 10 of them. I'm at 8. So I'll try to get more of them. But yeah, in any case, we're just going to backtrack and go back to the entrance. Well, okay, we're back here at the entrance. Next up, we're gonna want to position ourselves like this and basically head on over here to Bael'Gar. So there, so yeah, we basically went in there a second ago. So if we were to head on like this, the main entrance is down there, and we're just going to head on over here. There we go. Now this will be unlocked. You'll just have to right click on it. There we go, and there is Bael'Gar, and you have a bunch of mobs here that you can also farm out, which I will do. But yeah, basically, just for the sake of this video, if you were to head on over there, that is unlocked, but we're just going to ignore that for a couple of reasons, and I'll show you that in a second. But first of all, we're just going to take care of Bael'Gar, which is right on over here. There we go. We're just going to take care of him, then we're going to go back to where we actually were. Okay, here we are back at the entrance, essentially. And what we're going to want to do is just head on straight ahead over here. And we're basically going to trigger the Trial of Fire. That is the Ring of Law, which can be found over here. So we're just heading on over here to the Halls of the Law. And we're just going to head to the left. Now as soon as you trigger this, all of the gates will be locked. And we're just going to want to take care of the enemies that will appear. This guy won't be able to, you won't be able to attack him just yet. You'll have to wait for the... there we go. He will go over there. Yeah, this is actually a lot of items. Unleash the Fury and let it be done. Excellent, you will open up that door. And you'll have a bunch of these screechers or spiders or whatever might be on their agenda to come out and attack you. Then after you've taken care of the first wave, the second wave will actually appear. But do not go inside here because you might actually get trapped. That is quite the bug. There we go. The true punishment lies ahead, and now he will actually go over here and open up this door. Good riddance. And that will actually trigger a random event here. Eviscerator. Basically there's a lot of transmog here and a lot of other items for you to do. That is for you to get, but yeah, I'll leave a link for it in the description so you can check it out. But this is mainly for the bosses and where to go since there's a lot of them. But in any case, here we are. Okay, so after you've taken care of the Ring of Law, you're basically going to be left over here as soon as you exit out of the actual Ring of Law. You'll be over here. And what you're going to want to do is just head on down here, jump down the stairs, take care of these guys, those guys, and right click on this. That will actually take care of the unlock the Shadowforge thingamajig for you. Then we're just going to want to head on back up here. Okay, after we have unlocked the Shadowforge, we're basically heading to the top of the Ring of Law, and what we're going to want to do is just head on over here, basically the opposite, to right on over there. Okay, and once we're over here, we're basically just going to want to take care of these guys. Go ahead and loot them. You're gonna want to head to the right here. Go ahead and loot all of that. Here you'll actually have the Pyromancer Loregrain, which is one of the bosses, as you can see. Then what we're gonna want to do is just head on over here and follow this way. Just like this. Okay, after taking care of the Pyromancer Loregrain, we'll basically be on top of this giant bridge, and we're essentially backtracking. And what do I mean by that? Basically, we were already supposed to go through here, but we're basically just doing it backwards. Now from here, we're just going to want to head on down here. Go through this way, then through here. And this will take you to that place down there. So we're just going to need to take care of all of these guys. Nice. And we're essentially just going to head on over here. This is the Black Vault. We're just going to take care of all of these guys. Go ahead and loot the Dark Iron Residue. Here we have Warden Stilgiss, which is another actual looting opportunity. Then we can open all of these up. Okay, there we go. And once you actually loot all of them, that is unlocked, you will need actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 keys. So get a little bit more, you'll actually get the secret safe, which is down here, which will give you like this Wand of Eternal Light, and you'll also have this gem. This over here will actually be unlocked by a different method. So we'll need to head on essentially a little bit backwards. Okay. So here we are, we're just going to need to eliminate these guys. And essentially in this room, as you can see, we're basically just heading backwards, more or less. You have these Warbringer constructs, and if I'm not mistaken, you will need to read the name of one of the Shadow Guardians. So for now, we're just going to backtrack, because I know there's plenty of craftsmen here and plenty of basically mobs that we need to take care of. Yeah, that's a bench, that's a bench. Go ahead and take care of these guys. Yeah, plenty of benches, but nothing really of note. So just go ahead and take care of them. Okay, we have another Dark Iron deposit. And basically, we're kind of going in reverse, if you didn't notice. We're basically backtracking a lot. There's nothing really wrong with backtracking. It is a little bit of a hassle, but there we go. There is Fineous Darkvire, which is the second boss actually over here. Okay, and basically now that we have backtracked, we have taken care of Fineous Darkvire, and now we will just take care of Lord Incendius. And over here is the Black Anvil. There we go. And that's basically it. Now we're basically just going to go ahead and head back the way we came from. Just like so. We're essentially just going to go back to the vaults. Okay, anyways, for the actual Dark Coffer, you will need to right click on the Dark Keeper portrait over here. Then Dark Keeper nameplate. Close it. That should trigger the spawning of the Dark Keeper. Perhaps I didn't do it right. Dark Keeper is most under this purple. Okay. Perhaps I should have done it before opening all of this, but meh. Or perhaps it has just bugged out. Okay, in any case, after heading on all the way back over here to the actual domicile, we're just going to want to take care of these Twilight Emissaries. And basically we just need to make our way towards the Grim Guzzler. It shouldn't really be too hard, in all honesty. Okay, right, and in order to head to the Grim Guzzler, we'll actually need to head all the way back over here, across the bridge, and basically into the Ring of Law. So basically do it once for the achievement, and then look at what you specifically want to farm out. But yeah, the fastest way is to actually head on over here, then back. Then we can actually go across, but we did make a lot of progress. Alternatively, we could have went through the gate, then just circled behind here. It is a bit of a pain in the ass, but there is a faster way to actually just get into the Grim Guzzler. But for now, we're just going to head on down here. Oh, okay, no. Head on over here, then this way. And that will actually lead us to the next area. And that should actually lead us just to the Grim Guzzler. No, to the next two bosses. That will lead us right. Now I remember. There we go. This is where we actually need to go through in order to reach the boss. Nice. We have these two. Let's take care of them. Okay, good. And right, the two bosses. I shall take a look at them right now. Okay, here we are. Basically, the first boss that we can take a look at is located down here, and that is General AngerForge. He would be the next one. Okay, we have taken care of him. Now we're just basically going to backtrack over here to the top. Okay, and from here we're just going to head on down. And over here will be the Golem Lord Aglamek. And we're just basically going to want to head straight ahead from the stairs. And kabam, kabam. Okay, we didn't get anything. Over here is a schematic, which you can get. Also, it is possible that if you look around carefully enough, you'll be able to get some blacksmithing schematics just from the floor. Okay, after we've taken care of those two, we'll actually be going straight ahead here across the bridge into the Grim Guzzler. There we go, nice. Okay, alright, this is, I looted all of this from the thingamajig. Right, as you can see, you basically won't get a lot of things, in all honesty, but it is something. You at least get something out of it, you know? Okay, we're actually at the Grim Guzzler, and the first boss that we'll be taking care of is Hurley Blackbreath. Basically head on into the left side. As soon as you enter the Grim Guzzler, break open these 3 kegs, and he will actually appear right on over there. Nice. Go ahead and loot him. Okay, good. Then what you're gonna want to do is go ahead and talk to Ribley scewspigot. That will be the other boss here that we'll be taking care of. And nice, I actually got some plates, which is good. Okay, and the next boss we can take care of is located all the way up here. But along the way, all of this fighting will actually trigger the door over here to be opened by the fire guards and the, you know, investigators. We're basically just going to need to head on over here, talk to him, buy the dark iron mugs. You'll essentially need 6 of them. Go ahead and talk to Private Rocknut. And do that 3 times. Then he will actually get pissed off. And he will go rocking around all of these. Then you can just wait. You can use him as a merchant. You can use him as a merchant as well. Which I will definitely need to sort out my gigantic mess of an inventory here. But yeah, he will just keep knocking on that, and I'll just poof, and that will open up the door here, and that in turn will make Phalanx hostile. And you can just go ahead and take care of Phalanx. Okay, only after you've taken care of all of the bosses that we did previously, will you go up to Plugger and just attack him with a hostile ability. Then loot him, and that in turn will make the rest of the bar actually become hostile, and you can take care of them and loot them as well for a bunch of stuff. And I mean a bunch of stuff, really. But don't do this until you've taken care of the other bosses. He will still remain friendly and you can trade with him. So we're just going to unload all of the stuff to him. Okay, after you've unloaded everything in your inventory there is to unload, we're essentially just going to go through here. And here is where you will actually find the mole machine, which is located over there, which you can use to actually get back to the entrance. But for now, we're just going to ignore all of that, and we're basically just going to head on over here. As you can see, we have a couple of bosses left, and yeah. The first one will actually be the Ambasador Flameleash, and he's relatively simple. What you can do is just one-shot him, and that's it. Go ahead and loot everything there is to be looted. Then we're just going to head on straight ahead over here. Okay, after Ambassador Flameleash, we're going to go ahead and go to the 7. Now, as you can see, there is plenty of mobs just hanging around here. You will need to take care of a majority of them. There we go. Nice. And we're just going to head straight ahead. Now, the Trial of 7, this is where you can actually learn how to smelt dark iron ore. But we're just going to be ignoring that, and we're just going to head straight ahead. And we're going to want to talk to Doomrel. There we go. And that will trigger the 7, the Trial of the 7 to actually begin. Go ahead and just destroy them. So that's 3 of them. That's the 4th one, 5th one, 6th one, and the 7th one will be him. And the loot will actually be in the chest of the 7 over here. Go ahead and loot that. Nice. More transmog items. Now if we head on over here, we will actually be able to enter the molten core. And over here to the left is the actual dark forge, which we can use to smelt the dark iron ore. There we go. Now we're just going to go through here. Okay, now in order to gain access to Magmus, we're basically going to need to locate 2 brightly red dwarves. And these 2 brightly red dwarves will actually have what we need, and they have a specific name as well. I just need to find them. There we go, the Shadowforge Flamekeeper. We're going to need to find 2 of them. These guys won't drop loot, only the Shadowforge Flamekeeper will drop loot. and he will drop the Shadowforge torch. Now you will need another one. There we go. And there is the Shadowforge torch, the second one. After you acquire the second one, the rest is relatively easy. All we'll need to do is just head on over here. Just like that. Take care of these guys. You don't have to clear out the entire room, but sometimes that might be the best idea, because as you see, I have pulled a lot of unwanted mobs. Go ahead and right click on this brazier over here. After you've clicked on that brazier, you're just going to want to head on over here. And what you're going to want to do is right click on this brazier. There we go. And that will actually open up the doors for you, but then you will trigger basically a fight with the surrounding dwarves. There we go. Once you're out of combat, proceed. And there is Magmus. Now Magmus is also relatively simple. Just go up to him, one-shot him. There we go. Nice, I got a Magmus stone. And basically that's it for Magmus. Okay, Emperor Dagon Tarasian. Essentially, as soon as we get up and close to him, we're just going to go ahead and take care of these guys that are around him. And there is the Emperor Dragon Tarnasius, and you have the High Priestess of Horasian. You're just going to want to one-shot them. And that's basically it. You will get the achievement, and you've defeated every single boss.